My name is Richard Voltaire.
My name is Hudson Charles.
And this is Real Talk with H&R. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to say we are live on Facebook, and you will be able to hear this episode live on Quest Radio. You download it. You'll also be able to see us on Alexa. So it's pretty good to say, Alexa, H&R Podcast Show, and you'll be able to hear it too. So once again, we just want to thank everybody for the support that we have been getting from everybody. The feedback has just been awesome. So we are live on Facebook right now. We're excited about this. We've been, I think this is this is a good maybe like 4 weeks in the making right now. Yeah, so we're extremely excited. Hudson, you want to tell people at home about what the topic is?
Well, before we talk about the topic, we need to let them know that Quest Radio, it's going to be on at 5 p.m. Every Monday.
Yes.
Every Monday is going to be 5 p.m. You just download the app, and then we should be on at 5 p.m. You don't want to miss it because God is good and it's going to be a great time, you know. But today, the topic that we're going to talk about today is the power of social media.
Woo!
Right? So we're talking about social media, and the only reason why this is possible right now, and we should not forget Royal Soul Production, you know, and it's possible because of him, because of Welch, our good friend. You know, this is his studio.
It's right there. And y'all can't see him. Y'all can't see him right now, but he's here.
Everything you need, check him out. And where is he located again?
He's located at 572 Boston Road, Billerica. Hit this man up. Welch Paul will hook you up. I'm not calling him Prince because I'm not doing that. I'm not calling him Prince like everybody else. His name is not Prince. His name is Welch Paul, okay? Yeah. I'm not calling him Prince, okay?
He's a great guy. The power of social media. What do you think about it?
Woo! Man, you know, it's interesting because I believe that we had a conversation, Hudson, not too long ago.
Yep.
About I believe it was Welch actually that said, imagine if Paul, you know,
yep.
had, you know, social media, had like Facebook, or, you know, imagine if Paul had all these things to his disposal, you know, all these outlets. You know, I just think it's interesting because without Facebook, without Instagram, without Snapchat, without Twitter, Paul was able to reach the masses.
True.
And I think that was so profound and important because, I mean, if you think about it, you know, like all he used was letters and his feet. And he traveled a lot to preach the gospel, which I think was pretty amazing. You know, nowadays we can just sit down on our phone and we have everything literally right in front of us, you know, to make the impact that we should make, you know, but
it's great.
It's pretty intense.
We don't know how good we have it because when we try to compare the time of, you know, those great, you know, men of God had to travel sometimes days and months, you know, just to deliver the message of God, you know, and you realize now today, everything is on the palm of your hand.
Yep.
Just touch. The world is at your disposal from the, you know, device that you have, phone, iPad, you know, everywhere. The world is connected right in your hand. This is great, you know, but when we're talking about the power of social media, we cannot ignore how great it is because to me, ever since I joined, you know, Facebook, Instagram, that was about 2009. And those things started 2003. You see how long it took me? Because I wasn't the person that wants to go to social media. I wasn't the person that want to show my face, especially, you know what it's all about. People can see what you do, you know? And I wasn't that. But until 2009, I realized there's something here that I'm missing. Because as the time goes, you know, people try to adjust and adapt to the world because we don't want to get left behind. You know,
there you go, yeah.
I mean, I understand. You know, the older generation. You know, I don't want to do anything. You know, Facebook. Well, that's for young people. That's for kids. You know, but there's so much more into that because the world right now, advertisers, companies, you know, schools. Look at this right now. If coronavirus never happened, you would never see how useful, you know, social media could be.
It's a good point, brother.
I'm telling you, because we were more like, you know, it's a face-to-face, man. I love my face-to-face because that's the mindset, the generation that I grew up in. I believe in connection face-to-face, you know. I believe in talking to people. But at the same time today, because of coronavirus, because COVID-19, as they say, people cannot be, we have to be 6 feet, apart. You have to have masks on. You cannot gather in big numbers anymore, at least for now. Thank God, I'm praying, and we're praying hard for this to end at least one day, but now you see the importance of it. A lot of churches are using it. A lot of people are using it because that's the best solutions, the best thing to do right now. And what can we do?
It's interesting because it's funny you make that point, because it's interesting to me because if you think about it, because of the virus, because of the pandemic, social media has actually kept certain things alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a podcast, which is cool, but we have like a wide range because of social media, because of Facebook, because of YouTube and things of that nature, so that's very important for us because there's a message that God has given us. So because of social media, we are able to send out that message. And I believe that God has given us this time in this period to really just amplify things for his kingdom and glory. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's an awesome thing because it's like, wow, like, think about it. I couldn't even imagine, being Ruth or the 12 disciples when they were going out and doing the things that they were doing. We have a wide range to reach out to South Africa, to reach out to China, reach out to just Brazil. To me, it's just the United Kingdom. I think it's a beautiful thing to know that we have all these things at our disposal. But the thing about it is, what are we doing with these things? And that's what the power really comes from. Hudson, you want to give them a little history lesson, man? Because we gotta let people know where this stuff started. You know what I'm saying?
We know. Listen,
let them know where it started because they don't know.
I mean, if we go back to 1995 when internet finally came, and it was great, but that thing was slow. I mean, we had to adjust to this. I could open my, turn on my computer, and I have to wait. I couldn't even make breakfast before it finally comes on. Windows 95. Remember those?
I remember.
And today it's so great. We're talking about 10 years, 2010, when everything actually started to take shape. You have Twitter came in, you have MySpace came in 2003.
MySpace.
Everybody was talking about
I never had a MySpace, but I was told about that.
I got into MySpace for about a year, and then after that I got bored. I'm like, all you got to do is just upload pictures and then some music and then put in there. Then that was it. But when Facebook came, there was also High Five. I don't know, High Five Friends, something like that. But you know what? What I like about it is that enabled me to connect with friends that I had way back that in other states. People that I never talked to in years. Back then, you had your phone. You have to memorize it. All you could do with the phone at the time.
Yep.
I'm talking about early 2000s. All you could do is just call and then maybe text. And that's about it, But after that, internet starting to be more creative now. And then now you can actually stream, now you can use social media, Facebook, all in your phone. But what I like the most about it is that I was able to connect with a lot of people. Because sometimes, you lost connection with people. You even lost their phone number. People change phone numbers all the time, And after they move to certain place, to certain places, and they change their phone. But social media make it possible because if the person has a messenger, they have Facebook, you can see that person when they're live, because they're already your friend, you add them to your friend list. So it's a great thing. But when we're talking about the power of social media, we should not ignore what can happen also in that realm of social media. There's a lot of good things, but there's also a lot of bad things that happen.
Well,
but who used social media the most, Richard? Teenagers?
Yes.
You forgot about that, teenagers.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I can't just say that though, because we are culprits too. Listen, I'm not a teenager. And sometimes we find myself like, you tell yourself in your head like, yo, I'm about to go on Facebook to put this message about God, and you're going through everybody's stories. I'm about to put a message about Instagram. And you're going through everybody's stories, seeing what's going on, and you find yourself getting caught up, and you're like,
Well, that's true, but I said the most. I didn't say only.
I mean,
so which means now
we might have to do a survey, y'all. We might have to do a live survey. If you got on Facebook right now, if you guys who thinks that teenagers use it more than I would say maybe individuals in their mid-20s. You know, I don't know. I mean, think about it, right? Because honestly, yeah, teenagers are using, social media. But I'm telling you right now, even people in our generation have literally adapted to this day and age so much so to a point where you wouldn't even know that we didn't even have social media growing up.
We got the best of both worlds because our generation, we know post and now, you know what I'm saying? We know what it means to not have internet, to have slow internet at the time because we were at the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? And now, what it is now, we learn from the before and after. So we good. We got the teenagers right now. All they do is just every day, they cannot go a day without, actually go on Facebook.
Yeah, that's true.
Spend hours on Facebook. At least us, we know when to do it and then get out of it because we have responsibilities. We have a lot of things. I'm not saying teenagers don't have responsibilities, but we have bills to pay.
They got responsibility to listen to their parents. That's it. They ain't paying no bill unless you're like 16, 17. You get a job, So it's even to this day, right now, you have a TikTok going on. I don't even know nothing about TikTok.
I mean, I don't even download that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm like, okay, do I really have the time for it? But I don't.
I just don't have the time.
I have so much going on
inside.
But here's when we talk about the importance of social media. Informations travel faster. Back in the day, you had to wait for the news. You had to wait on TV. Now you can access the information even before they say breaking news. And because of that, you have a powerful tool in your hands. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about like especially believers. When we're talking about evangelizing, a lot of people don't even pay attention to that.
No.
You have the world at the palm of your hands where you can reach anyone. Anyone can see your message. Anyone can actually see what you write down. And it seems like a lot of people are struggling with that, because this is a moment for us to actually adapt to the situation that we are in right now, especially COVID-19 going on. So this is the time for us to do it. We can go back to a new normal, but right now we have a chance to see me right now. Look at us. It's because of social media. We're not at a place where there's a lot of people, but we're at an office, but the world can watch us right now. So the good thing about when we talk about the good part of social media is like you know that you connect to people, you share positive messages, and you know how to share your accomplishments, what you've done in life, how can you inspire people. There's a great place you can do that because when God has done something great in your life, you want to share it to people.
Exactly.
Say, hey, whatever you're going through right now, if you stand strong, you believe, you trust God, here's what can happen for you. You can share that with people. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about now the bad side of social media, do you know what?
I got this. I got to talk about this real quick. Yep. Hudson, you good, bro. You good. Listen, okay? I'm going to tell y'all right now, okay? For some of those individuals who wake up in the morning and feel some type of way, guess what? I don't need to know that on your feed. I don't need to know that you're having a bad day. I had a bad day today. I'm going through this. Now, listen, if somebody needs prayer, if someone's going through something, listen, I understand that. I get it. You get the help that you need. But I'm sick and tired of these people saying, this stinks. Life sucks. You're like, oh, should I cut my hair? Should I go to the bathroom now? I'm like, who cares?
What if they're going through some problem?
Then they need prayer. They need help, man. Hey, no, listen. That is not what this platform should be used for. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand when people do that, man. That junk is so annoying. Sometimes you want to go on, I'm trying to look at, something that's inspirational to see what the awesome things that people are doing. Some people are expanding their businesses. Some people, showing, their children, which is cool, these family picnics. A lot of beautiful stuff on social media. But there's a whole bunch of nonsense, too. Stuff that I just cannot stand, man. I'm telling you, this junk is so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, listen, oh my God, my boyfriend, he broke up with me. Is anybody out there single? Is anybody out there having problems? I'm like, really? We don't need to know that stuff. I'm like, yo, these people really need Jesus. Yo, and I'm sorry, listen, saved folks, I love y'all. I love y'all, saved folks. But listen, we have got to do better. Because sometimes we just straight up tripping and falling into the secular trap of social media. And there are many traps, and we are literally falling within those particular traps. We got to get together, because I'm telling you something right now, like, I don't have a problem with people venting. I just think social media is not the place to vent. You see what I'm saying? Like, now, if you have a cry for help, and hey, you know what? Can someone please pray for me because I'm going through it? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that, because sometimes we do need that. Sometimes we do need someone to pray for us for things that we're going through. I got no issue with that. But just saying, like, I can't stand men. Like, it's just like, really, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, really? I can't stand women. Like, really? Like, stop it. Just because your girlfriend or boyfriend just broke up with you or cheat on you or whatever the case may be, I'm like, yo, listen, we don't need to know what's going on with you.
See, that's exactly what it is. Privacy has been exposed.
Yeah, a lot of people. There is no privacy, man.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have privacy anymore.
World star hip hop. We didn't talk about that.
We things that we're supposed to keep in, to deal with it, because not a lot of problems that you're going through that you have to expose it on social media, because that gives power to the people that even don't like you can talk bad about you. Because don't forget, we have that cyber, you got cyber bullies too. You know what I'm saying? Yep. A lot of people that just come to your page say, you're not worth it. If you're already going through some pain and then someone tells you you're not worth it, you should, you know what? You should get out of here.
Oh, Hudson, hold on. I got something I got to say. Individuals, and I'm talking to my people, to my black people right now. This world star hip hop nonsense, it's been going on for a while now. Stop taking footage of people getting beat up and laughing about it. Step up, be a man, be a woman, and break it up. Or get the individuals who are gathering saying, oh my God, look at that. No, that's not funny. Like, we look like fools out here beating each other up and then laughing about it and then recording it and then uploading it to World Star Hip Hop. That's embarrassing. Like, we're embarrassing ourselves out there. So be a man, be a woman, step up and quit the nonsense. Like, am I my brother's keeper? Are you your sister's keeper? You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be looking after each other. Okay? That's what God created us for us to look after one another. Like, look after your brother. Look after your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Okay? As you love yourself. It is in the word. I'm saying, like, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand why we are so entertained by someone getting their head bashed in. Why don't someone step up and actually break that junk up? Like, if that's what you're using social media for, then that's ridiculous.
And that's exactly what it is. People are after likes, they want their video to go viral. See, at the same time, we have to understand that a lot of people, they're not looking for, something positive. They just want to be there because they know if the video goes viral, then that's good for me. More viewers, and then next thing you know, hey, I'm famous. People, listen, you have to understand that what's private, keep it private.
Yep.
What's private, keep it private. If you know you're going through something personal, you have to keep it in. Talk to people that's around you. You're surrounded, that you can trust.
Exactly.
And you talk to those people.
Exactly.
So that way they can give you advice. But expose what you're going through on social media. It creates what they call, people say, oh, this person is too needy, or this person is desperate. And nobody wants to hear someone talk that about you, because you have a character to uphold. And as men of God that's sitting here talking to you, understand that for us believers, we have a tool that's so powerful today, and we need to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Listen, you have a voice. You can talk to the world. Social media is a great place to do it, especially right now. The times that you have, and when I always talk about this is that you should not be ashamed of being a Christian. You should not be ashamed of being a believer.
No, you shouldn't be. It's a beautiful thing, guys.
Like Romans 1 verse 16 says, I am not
ashamed of the gospel. It's a beautiful thing to be saved.
You have to have that voice, because when you're looking at those artists, when they're talking about like what they do, the practice the rehearsal they went through just to be good at what they do, they're not afraid to show it. And they tell you this is what it is, and that's me. The same way, the same attitude we should have as believers is to not hide what we have good going on in our lives. I'm a Christian, and that's why we say here, we talk about this right now. I'm a Christian, and I want to give the world Christ. If you don't have Christ, understand that Christ is available to you. He's here to save you.
Sure is.
He died for you.
Sure
and that's
is.
my message to you.
Listen. Let me tell y'all right now how powerful social media is. So I remember in 2013, I was working at the Russell Youth Center in Cambridge, Massachusetts. there was a girl named Tiffany, and she had told me, hey, you know what? You always have great things to say and positive stuff. You should go on social media, go on Facebook, you know, to really bring out that message, because you'll be able to reach out more people. I was like, it's not really my thing. I don't really want to do that. You know, I was like, I don't really want to do that stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, no, you really, like, you have a lot of great stuff to say, and you should really, like, put it out there. So I remember I was just putting out Bible verses of encouragement, just, you know, random stuff as soon as I got on there, because that's my message. I want to go out there and encourage people, and obviously, you know, to find Christ and to, like, give their lives to him. I got an inbox one time. This is my very first year of being on Facebook. Somebody had inboxed me and said, thank you for the verse that you put up this morning. I was going to kill myself, but because of what you put up and I read it and it resonated with me, that I decided not to go through with it.
That's great.
Y'all, that's the power of social media, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. That's what we should be using it for. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be using it for platforms, you know, to form businesses and, you know, for things of that nature, but impact on someone's life. This girl was about to take her own life.
Yep.
But because of something that I put on there that she had read, she is still alive today. That was 6.5 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know. You never, ever know what somebody is going through. So please, and the thing about it is, like, we should appreciate our bodies and who we are as individuals, you know, and have that strength. But I'm sick and tired of all the cleavage, you know, women showing the parts of their bodies and like, oh, you know, I gotta show my sexiness and I gotta show the sexy, and and guys showing their abs and stuff like that. Unless you're a personal trainer and you're trying to show the people, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, you know what, this is what I'm doing and my body looks like this, I can show you how to get that way for promotional purposes, I got no issue for it. But if you're out there, all you're doing is promoting sex. If you're out there showing your body parts and things of that nature, like, don't you understand the power that lies in your hands, what you're actually doing to certain people, how you're messing them up, how you're messing yourself up? And then you get a certain amount of attention, then you get upset about the attention that you're receiving because of the power that you're putting out.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about that stuff.
Responsibility. You have to be responsible.
Come on, man. Like, I'm saying, like, listen, there's a lot of beautiful women out there, a lot of great men out there. I'm saying, like, let's just use our minds, y'all.
Yeah.
Stop putting your bodies out there. You know, your body is a temple.
But that's what gives people power to tag you a name that you're not even, you know, that's not what you are. That's not who you are, you know. But what you project to the world, that's what they're going to call you, you know. And I always have this conversation with my parents. And sometimes when I was younger, you know, sometimes I tend to act certain way, you know. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care about what people think because I just want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young, that's what you do. That's what you don't care about that. But your parents, sometimes they know because they've been there. They say, hey, what you project to the world, that's how they're going to tag you. They're going to call you that.
That's true.
If you act like a fool, they're going to call you a fool.
Hey, you're a straight fool, man.
You know? And
there goes Hudson, Mr. Fool.
And it's for anyone, men, women. What you project out there, don't be surprised if somebody calls you that.
Yep.
Even sometimes it's not even your intent, but you're trying to go with the trend. You're trying to go by what looks sexy. You're trying to go by what looks hot at the moment, because that's one thing that drives. Social media get everybody in that bubble. And when everything new comes in, that's the thing that goes viral.
Yep.
You know,
nonsense.
The new dance that comes in, that goes viral.
Yo, there's a kid on YouTube. This kid is making $8 million a year because people are literally endorsing him to watch Fortnite videos. We in the wrong business, brother. We in the wrong. Like, are you for real?
You'll never see something like that we're doing right now.
Nah, man. Are you? I'm like, really though?
That is not what people
That's crazy to me.
People are looking for entertainment. People are looking for something that may, you know, craziness. Act like a fool. When you go act like a fool, you go viral quickly. But regardless, when you share the word of God, when you share positivity, it's gonna fall somewhere. Somebody's gonna listen. Somebody's gonna react to it. It's like, wow. Because like you said, I also share some stuff, you know, versed, memo, you know, like things about God, how grateful, how thankful I should be towards God, what God has done for me. And when I share that, sometimes I see some people say, I needed to hear that, you know. Exactly. I needed to, because that's what I needed to hear, exactly. You know, because that's what it's all about. So the power of social media is good. If you have a job, if you have a business that's going to grow,
enhance it,
it's good for you. You can have millions looking at it.
Great for churches, great for models, great for like, advertising, photo shoot your business. It's beautiful, man. It's awesome.
But we need to pay attention because what happens now, this generation is using the internet like crazy. Like this is for like parents right now. Keep an eye on your kids because sometimes they use too much time
parents.
on the internet. And you don't even know what they're watching because they're in control of that cell phone. Small thing, small device, yes, but they have control. They can go anywhere. So you have to make sure that you know what your kids are watching. And as for you young folks, teenagers, you have studies. I understand that you need to use that, but you have to also work on your life, see where you're going. Because at the end of the day, the social media should not be controlling your mind.
Thank you.
Because it's all about you, what you have in here, what's your plan, what you have going on. Because some people waste too much time watching videos all day. Sometimes you need to take a backseat and you know what? Put the phone away for a minute.
Exactly.
And then go sit down at a park and just start reflecting. Say, God, you're great. See the people around you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It makes you appreciate life more.
Kids, you don't gotta go on top of a roof doing backflips and you end up landing on your neck and you're dead. So honestly, all this stuff is not, it's not gonna work all the time. Yep. Like if you want to use social media platform to do things, don't look at all those YouTubers and see what stuff that they're doing, because what they don't understand is this. You're seeing one YouTuber and you're thinking, okay, well, all I gotta do is act like a fool on YouTube and then I'll get a whole bunch of likes and I'll go viral. No, you gotta understand. You seeing that one kid, there could be 50,000 other kids that tried that same thing, but people decide to like that one particular kid. So, like, the odds of you actually going viral is actually slim to none. Some people just, honestly, I'm telling you right now, it's just the luck of the draw. Like, that's how it is. Some people are like, oh, I like this video, so I'm going to endorse this video. That's what ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be smart with that stuff. So kids, teenagers, if you want to make an impact, just inspire people. You know what I'm saying? Like inspire people to read more, inspire people to stay educated, inspire people, you know what I'm saying, to make an impact within the community instead of going out there trying to find yourself to get viral. Stop. Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's like everything changes with social media, like the way someone dresses, the way someone thinks about somebody, the way people act, the way people talk, whatever they're seeing on social media. Like certain lingos, I don't even know. Like, oh, you don't know about that lingo? I said, I never heard of it. But because it went viral, now everybody's using it. Oh, stay woke or whatever it is. Like people are using certain languages that they're receiving from social media and they're using that. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even know what this stuff means. They heard it. It sounded nice to them. I'm like, why don't you be original? Why don't you be authentic? Come up with your own stuff that's going to inspire and educate, and that's going to, it's going to be received in a different kind of light. See, God has given us these minds, and we can use these minds for His glory. We got to be smarter because God has given everything that we have to our disposal. We have got to use the gifts that God has given us to enhance His kingdom, and that's what we got to do.
I wanted to say this. You don't have to go viral to impact the world.
No.
Trust me. You start small. Start with your community, and it's just gonna grow.
That's it. That's it.
But I understand that a lot of people do this for a living. They create videos. They create just to make people laugh. That's great things. I understand that. As long as you're responsible about what you're doing, you keep doing it. But us, we're talking about like being positive. We're not here to actually spread hate. We're trying to spread the love of God. We're trying to spread positivity. We're trying to spread what works, family values. That's what we do. So when we talk about like be responsible, so just think about everything that you do, every decision that you're going to make. And as for us believers, for all of you believers, understand that social media is a good tool for us to use.
It is.
But we're not going to let social media control what we do.
No.
Because we're not following the trends of this world.
Well.
Romans 12, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're not conforming ourselves to anything that's going on that's hot right now. But we are following the example of Christ. We are trying to be the example, the light for the world.
Exactly.
To help the young ones, to help the people that want
exactly.
to lead. That's what we do. And we're trying to keep doing that. You have to now. We don't have a place. Sometimes we don't have a place to worship. You understand that?
Yep.
But you have this social media. You have Facebook. You have Instagram. Use it, because the word of God cannot be stopped. Because God is too big for you to put yourself in a box. So you got to go out there and make it work until God changes something.
Yep.
You know? So that's what we're here. That's what we're here to do. And this is great. And I know that a lot of people are listening right now. They're watching us right now. And they know that.
What's up, y'all? On the live. We appreciate y'all.
We have work to do. And I appreciate Welch for what he does, for being also available to those who wants to work, you know, want to push us.
We are not about to get up on here and embellish Welch because Welch gives us this platform. Welch put all the lights together. Welch puts together. We're not about to give Welch any props. He don't deserve props.
I love the man. The man.
He's a Laker fan. We don't give Laker fans on this podcast any kind of love.
But we always talk about
Jordan is the GOAT.
Give credit to whom credit is due. And the man is working.
He's all right.
I appreciate that.
He's all right.
And
he's all right.
Myself, Hudson, and Richard here, we're doing the same thing. Keep spreading God, spreading positivity. But like I said, like you're listening to this, Jesus loves you. Try Jesus. You'll never regret it.
Well, I mean, I can't really have much add to that because I couldn't say it any better myself. And ladies and gentlemen, look at the generation that we're living in right now.
Yes, sir.
Look at what we have to our disposal.
Yep.
For those who have Facebook, for those who have YouTube, for those who have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you have, use these social media outlets to make an impact.
Yes.
God literally has given these things to our disposal to shine his light.
Yes.
Because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Yep.
So reach out to people that you love, people that you care about. Hey, I love you. I care about you. Hey, can I pray for you? Are you going through anything right now? Hey, you want to go out to eat? You know, I understand gatherings are, you know, far-fetched nowadays because of the pandemic, but people are going through it, man, especially during this pandemic time. Use the power of this social media for impact. Use it for God's glory. Use it to help people. Use it to save lives, man.
Yep.
This is what it's here for. Stop making it about you. Stop making it about yourself. Mm-hmm. We gotta be selfless, especially during these times, man. Stop making it about you, because it's not about you during these times. We need to make it about people and how we can help, how we can reach out, how we can impact one another. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you once again for Roll Soul Productions. Thank you once again for Quest Radio. And once again, guys, Quest Radio, we will be on every Monday at 5 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, and we want to thank Welch Paul once again for just giving us this platform.
Royal Soul Production.
I can't see y'all on the Facebook Live, but I want to thank y'all for supporting us. I love each and every one of you guys.
Out there as well.
We're thanking you guys. You know, keep pointing likes, and we do have a YouTube page. It's H&R. You know, so please subscribe. Put your likes down. You know, this episode will be available next Monday on Quest Radio at 5 p.m. So please, y'all, support us. We are just continuously just spreading, you know, the message. We're trying to make an impact, y'all. That's all we're trying to do, just make an impact for God's kingdom, for God's glory. So for all y'all that tuned in, we appreciate you guys. God bless you. Have a great night. Thank you so much.